Hey, what's up guys? Jimmy the Musical Bastard back again with another hype epic video. And you might have enjoyed last week's reacting to What If Mario 64 Was Real Life video. That was pretty cool. I made some pretty good comments on that one, I thought anyway. And today we're going to be listening to a parody song. You might know that I myself have made a few parody songs over the years. I famously did Mario and Luigi Best Friends for Life, which was sort of a situation of like if they weren't brothers and they were actually just best friends. They weren't all Mario themed. I'm thinking of Mario because of this video is Mario themed, but I did other ones as well. You might have seen last week I did which you should go watch that video first, by the way, if you haven't already seen it. I did Teleporting Frat Guy, which was sort of a pun or like wordplay on this Smosh music video Teleporting Fat Guy. And so in that video, he's a rather obese or like large man. And so I came up with it just what if sort of he was a teleporting frat guy, and frat is sort of like a short for fraternity, and sort of when people who are in colleges or like universities, college, sort of the same thing. They like get together in a house and they form of like friendships and stuff. So I've been getting a lot of views on that, but it would help me guys a lot if you went over and check that video out again, or a couple times, or left like a comment on it, or hit like the thumbs up or the subscribe button or anything. But yeah, no, that was a pretty good upload. So anyway, this week we're looking at Kindness Luigi, and I'm going to be sort of giving my own thoughts and like opinions on it as someone who has been making music, and specifically parody music, sometimes related to video games or Mario. Not always Mario, but sometimes Mario. And so I'm gonna be pausing the video throughout, just so I don't like miss any jokes or like funny moments or like beats or like notes or something. So I'm gonna be pausing throughout to give my opinion. A couple of people recently have been complaining that the videos are too long. There's nothing I can really do about that. I mean, the viewers want it. They come to hear my thoughts and opinions, and if I'm going to give my in-depth like explanation, it might take a little while, but hopefully it's all good stuff that you guys like to listen to, maybe learn a little bit from. I try not to waste any of your time, so yeah. So before anyone complains, let's just jump right into it. This video, of course, was uploaded by user I'm not really sure what his name is. I can't really find it. We'll find it afterwards. Don't worry. We'll just go straight into listening to the song, which is again called Kindness, Kindness Luigi, which is basic. Oh, you'll find out when we listen to the song. So I'll let the song explain it. And so we start off with he's sort of jumping. Mario is, or Luigi is jumping into a level. In Mario 64, you jump into paintings to jump into levels. This level's a little bit different. You jump into a wall. Similar sort of principle. So he's jumping into the level to symbolize that we're starting our adventure and that we're jumping into the level, but we're not actually jumping into the level. We're jumping into the song. So it's sort of saying that the song is starting out, and we are on this journey with Luigi to listen to the song. And so this is interesting. It says song name. Oh, actually, it's a little bit hard to see. Oh, we missed it. If we go back, we can see that it says song name in the top left corner, and the song name, which I assume is the song that this is like based off of, or the backing track, where they got the backing track from or the idea from, is Melancholy Hill by Gorillaz, or might be the other way around, I'm not really sure. Gorillaz, I'm not really familiar with that exact pop punk band or singer. We can see that Melancholy Hill is probably the name of the original song that they are twisting around and parodying, which is interesting because the two words melancholy being the first one, which usually means sort of sadness, or like you don't feel any particular strong feeling whatsoever, or maybe you feel a strong feeling like sadness. is sort of a different feeling to kindness. Kindness is a feeling of sort of being nice and usually associated with being happy or sort of a good thing, whereas melancholy is kind of a bad or like not as happy as a thing. So they're kind of twisting it around by not only making it like Mario or Luigi themed, but by taking something sad and making it happy and sort of flipping that frown upside down. Is the oh right, yeah, upside down. Upside down is the way that they're flipping it, and so it's called Melancholy Hill. 2 words, and Kindness Luigi is also 2 words. So and then you've got Melancholy Hill and Kindness Luigi. So it's 2 words, but they've got the same number of syllables as the original title, so it still flows the same amount. But we'll hit play here again. And one thing we noticed straight away is that Luigi seems to be sort of purple or maybe like an apricot color. It's hard to tell because the quality is not super good, but and so the reason he has an apricot color is maybe because sometimes colors are used to represent sort of feelings or ideas or themes in stories or songs in this case. And so the purple or apricot could be representing it could be representing kindness, like just sort of what we're led to assume based off of the title of the video. But again, we're not really too far, and I have seen this, but I'm just I do know what happens later on, but I'm just going through it with you sequentially. And I don't want to like spoil anything in case you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, you really should watch the video first and then come back here. But anyway, yeah, he's pink to represent Luigi. And another thing is that he is jumping particularly high, higher than a normal person or even a normal Luigi would be able to jump, which suggests he's playing with some sort of cheat code to allow him to jump higher than normally. That's of course sort of the outer world Watsonian perspective, but if we think about it from more of a creative perspective, we can see that it's sort of or a metaphorical perspective, because this is sort of a visual metaphor, like a metaphor or analogy you can see with your eyes, to say that when you accept kindness into your heart or become kindness Luigi, you can jump. Your jump is heightened to allow you to jump higher than you normally could, basically meaning that you can do things that you couldn't normally do. Of course, if you are kind in real life, you won't be able to jump that high or probably any higher than your usual amount, but it will open up other doors, not literal doors, but like other opportunities, or it'll make new things possible that you didn't think were possible before if you be kindness. Kindness, Luigi, kindness. And in this shot, he's standing in like a cage around him, which is to say that, before you accept kindness into your heart, you might, it's sort of, the lack of kindness is sort of a cage that binds you and keeps you trapped in an unhappy life that you might not be happy living in. But also we can see, as the camera reveals, that the top of the cage is, like when there's nothing there, like, open. It's open, so basically that means that the cage that you're in is all in your mind. It's like a mental block, and so if you take the mental step of becoming kind and following the teachings of kindness Luigi, you can escape it. Not a physical cage, again, it's a metaphorical prisonal cage, but kindness Luigi is teaching you to push past the barriers you set for yourself or the problems you create by yourself by not being kind. So if you be kind, you can escape any sort of cage you might have put yourself in. And you can see a little hint of up there. You can see there's a star above him. You can only see a tiny bit of it, but so basically in Mario 64, when you go into a level, your aim is to collect a star. they're usually gold, and then when you get it, you complete the level. This one you can see just a little bit faintly is blue and transparent, which means that Kindness Luigi has already collected this star before, because he has, he's already accepted kindness into his heart and grabbed the star. But he just came here to show you, or to show us, or to show you, or us, anyone, or if you haven't seen the video, you, he came here to show us that once you break out of your mental cage, you can, of course, grab the star, which in your case will be yellow if you haven't already done so. But otherwise, if you have already done so, it will be blue. And in here we have him. We can see him talking to Toad. Toad looks pretty happy. And I would assume that's because Luigi is, or Kindness Luigi is, is giving him his teachings about how to be kind, and also maybe Luigi is being kind to him, and that's why he is smiling. But it tells us that Luigi is sort of an amicable person to have a chat with, and talking to him will make you smile because he is so kind, or maybe learning his lessons will make you smile, or maybe both of them at once could also be true. So, but basically this is, if you talk to Kindness Luigi, you will probably smile if you're a Toad, or anyone really. But he's just sort of a smiley, well, not, he's not a smiley guy. I'm sure he does smile, but like, you will be a smiley guy, or smiley anyone, if you talk to Kindness Luigi. And so, that's him grabbing another star right there. You can see this one's gold this time, which is sort of saying that even though Kindness Luigi is very wise and important, he can always grow, and he can stand to be kinder, and he has more room, or like more room to achieve his goals, or like he has goals he hasn't achieved yet, or he's like still working on himself, like you should be, or all of us should be, really. And so, now he can grow and grab the star, which is gold. Here we have him in the sky. He's sort of flying around, maybe, to show that, again, similar with the jumping before, you can do things that you didn't think were possible before once you start being kind, such as flying around. Obviously you won't be able to actually fly around, but you'll be able to do things that feel like flying around, because of all the new possibilities you'll open up in your life by being kind. You'll feel like flying through the sky. You won't be, but it'll be sort of a similar feeling of like boundless, or like limitless possibilities, or endless possibilities that you can now attain, or try to attain, now that you're being kind. Oh, sorry, I thought he was flying around before. I thought that was the sky above him, but turned out he actually seems to be falling back down to the ground, or into some water here, which I don't really know what could symbolize. I don't have anything to say about that. Oh, never mind. Okay, he seems to be back in the sky now, so we can reconfirm that he actually is, or that you will be, or he is flying through the sky, and that it's trying to say that you'll be able to fly through the sky, not literally, but metaphorically, once you start being kind and understand Kindness Luigi. Kindness Luigi. Oh, sorry, that was my mistake. Still falling. So don't really know what that means. In Mario 64, there's a Luigi. Okay, so this suggests that he is a Luigi, not the Luigi, which suggests there might be multiple Luigis, more than one. Which there actually isn't even one Luigi in Mario 64. That's another thing I should mention, is that basically, well, when you play Mario 64, you play as Mario, Luigi's brother, who is red, and not pink. Neither of them are pink. Luigi is green, but he's not in any color in Mario 64 because he's not in the game. But it's a one player. You can only play as Mario. But in the beta, or like before the game came out, some of the developers, or basically people who make the game were thinking about letting you play as Luigi, who is, you know, the older brother to Mario, as sort of a fun like bonus thing that you can do, but they decided against, or maybe they cancel, or they finish it, or like they didn't finish it because they ran out of time, or they ran out of money, or some combination of the two, or maybe a different reason. But so you actually can't play as him. So that suggests that this is he's playing sort of a modified version of the game, or he's modified the game and he's playing a ROM hack, or basically a hacked ROM of the game that allows him to play as Luigi, who is not in the game. And even if he was, he wouldn't normally be apricot. He's usually green, which is a different color. So yeah, they flipped him just sort of represent the kindness visually through color, colors which are associated with themes or feelings like kindness or anything really. And again, he seems to be jumping further than usual. He's doing long jumps here. So basically, when you in Mario 64, when you jump and you hold down the trigger or one of the buttons, and you also hit the jump button at the same time, you'll jump, but not vertically, a little bit vertically, but you'll jump mostly sort of long ways or horizontally, or like long ways. And that's called a long jump because it's longer than your regular jump. But even in the regular game, it's nowhere near as long as this. Usually it's probably less than half as long as this long jump, so that again suggests that he's playing sort of a modified or modified or like ROM hack version of the game, just to demonstrate, you know, his points and the messages of the song that he wants to convey, basically. And so this is where we find out that this Luigi is kind to the narrator, or the singer, or the person singing the song. He's kind to him or to them. I don't know what they are, but Luigi is kind to the narrator, and that's, you know, potentially why the narrator is singing this song and composed this song, or maybe he didn't compose, but he's probably sung it, and maybe someone else composed it or wrote it. But he has been kind to the narrator of this song and touched him, and that might be why the captions for his lyrics are apricot color, because he's been touched by kindness, Luigi, and now his words are also that apricot purple, because of the kindness he's embraced. And here we can see Luigi, or kindness Luigi, is getting a key. And the key, again, is probably another visual analogy, or like metaphor, in this case, probably for kindness, to say that, you know, kindness is the key, and not, you know, an actual key that opens a door, but a key that will open metaphorical doors, or like give you opportunities throughout your life that might allow you to do things like enter into doors, or like not literal doors, but like opportunities in your life, or friendships, or maybe relationships that you could enter into by using the key, not literally, but by using your kindness is what it's saying. And he's also holding up the peace sign, because kindness and peace are sort of, you know, intertwined. You can't have one without the other, basically. And, you know, if everyone was kind to each other, there would be peace in the world. And so the sign, the two fingers he's holding up, kind of symbolize peace, which we could have if everyone was kindness, or everyone was kind like kindness Luigi. Kindness Luigi is very kind to all. And see, he's escalated here, so escalation, sort of like when things get bigger, or like higher or stronger or something. And so he started with kindness Luigi is very kind to me, not me, but he said me, no, they said me. You is very kind to the singer, you know, which indicates that kindness Luigi was very kind to one particular person, not me, but I'm just pointing at myself, because, you know, if I were the person singing this song, which I'm not, I would point at myself to convey that. And now he's saying he is very kind to us. So us could indicate maybe me and you, or the singer and some of his or their friends, or girlfriends, or any sort of friends of any kind, or maybe acquaintances, or it could refer to the singer and the viewer, or maybe the singer and the creator. Oh, that doesn't really make sense. But the singer and somebody else. So the same kind to us is referring to multiple people. So I started with one person, and then we made it to us, which could be two plus any, like, a larger amount of people than just one person. Again, flying through the sky here to show that the possibilities are limitless or endless.
Kindness, Luigi, kindness.
And so here we see him walking through all sorts of different locations to show that his kindness is not just bound to one physical geographical location, or like one part of the map, or like area, or like level, and to show that it spans across multiple levels and places, which is just sort of to show that you should wherever you are, regardless of which level or like place you're in, you should be kind and practice kindness, is I think what the point might be.
Luigi, kindness.
Again, even in the desert, doesn't matter if you're in the desert or in a castle, you should be practicing kindness.
Kindness, Luigi, kindness. Kindness, Luigi, kindness. Kindness, Luigi.
Again, we see, oh, I missed it, but I'll go back. We see there's a heart in front of Mario to show that, or Luigi, to show that he has a big heart. Again, not a literal big heart. That'd be pretty sad, actually, if he had a heart that big, because he wouldn't be able to, it wouldn't fit in his chest, and he wouldn't be able to plump butter around his body, and he would die because his heart would be too big for him. But it's big heart is sort of a metaphor, so people say that your heart, or if you have a big heart, it means that you're sort of nice to people and you care a lot, and you have a lot of kindness to give to people, or to, yeah, you are kind to people very often or a lot. So it's sort of, if you have a big heart, that's it, and that's what he's trying to showcase here. Again, in the game, hearts don't actually have anything to do with kindness. They just restore your health. That's why you have these sort of floating hearts around. But that's what they're trying to convey here visually, from my understanding and my perspective, is what I think they're trying to do. And so, hang on, did they just reference Evil Mario? I'm pretty sure Evil Mario is I think they're referencing me, because that's a webcomic I did, or I used to do, or that my friend did, but that I sort of guessed, like, partially wrote a story on. How we had a character called we had a character in it called Evil Mario. I didn't come up with it, my friend came up with it, but we did have a character in there called Evil Mario, and this would have been 2009 maybe. So I think that's probably a reference to me. Because I can definitely find the comic. Let me just double check. It's on my old, if you guys want to check, it's on my old DeviantArt. I think it's Magical Miku fan 9663221 5 underscore. Let me just have a look for it. Probably don't know my old password. I'm gonna cut this out. This is gonna take too long to find it, so I'm gonna cut this part out and not waste any of your time. And I'll cut it. Oh, is this it? No, okay, that's a different thing. So yeah, I'll cut back in. I'll find it, and I'll cut back in when I find it. Okay, so I found what I thought it was. It turns out that it wasn't Evil Mario. That's my mistake. It was actually Crash Bandicoot. And instead of being, he wasn't evil, he was sunburnt and peeling from it. So not quite the same thing, but I just sort of thought that might be a reference to some of my earlier work. wasn't really sure anyway, but it was worth checking. Is all I'm saying. And so this, yeah, back to the song. Basically, this suggests something interesting. This suggests that there is an evil Mario, sort of a counterpart to kindness Luigi. Mario and Luigi, of course, are brothers, and so they're sort of counterpart, or like not counterparts, but like when things are together. But then they are counterparts because evil and kindness are kind of counterparts. Evil, Mario usually isn't evil. Evil is usually when you do bad things, and if you've played Mario, the bad guy is usually Bowser, who is sort of a large giant or turtle character, who sort of kidnaps the princess. Or yeah, Princess Peach is the main princess, and he kidnaps her a lot of the time. And so he's usually an evil character, but in this depiction of the games or the series, Mario is evil, or maybe Bowser's also evil, but or at least there is an evil Mario. So here it's saying call an evil Mario. Call an evil Mario so he can be kind. So it's saying that, you know, even if this universe, even if Mario is evil, call him in, and then kindness Luigi will be kind to him, and then that will do something. Maybe make him kind, or make him stop being evil because he's had some kindness, or teach him how to be kind so he's not evil anymore. So this just shows he's kind of like a superhero character as well. You know, not like a superhero, but like a good guy who does things that are nice, and he sort of stops evil Mario is his villain, or maybe one of his villains, or like an antagonist, potentially. Again, just reminding us that Luigi is kind. Interestingly, he doesn't say kindness Luigi is kind, which could imply that this is the Luigi, or the original Luigi, and Luigi became kindness Luigi. Or it could just be sort of a nickname that he's calling kindness Luigi for short. So here we learn that he's pink. Sorry, pink. I thought he was yellow earlier, or apricot. I thought, but we find out that he is pink. So it's saying that he is pink and nice. Pink representing kindness, and niceness representing or being sort of a feeling that is similar to kindness. So if someone's nice to you, they say things that are like pleasant and positive, and they make you feel good. And so kindness and niceness are, or being kind and being nice are kind of the same thing. So just using, sometimes in songs we like to use words that mean the same thing, but don't or aren't the same word, so that it doesn't sound all the same and all like monotonous or the same throughout the whole song. So it's changing up a bit there, which is good, because the song it wasn't getting repetitive, but if they said kind again there, it could have been a little bit repetitive, but it wasn't, because he said kind instead. So yeah, he's so pink and nice, reiterating that he is pink and not purple, as I said before. And then here we go. We find out that well, it's escalated again, right? Because if you remember before, he said Luigi is kind to me being not me, but the narrator, and then it went to Luigi is kind to us, being us, a group of multiple people. So we went from one person to multiple people, and so now it's gone that he's kind to everyone. So he is kind not just to one person, and not just to a set group of people, but he is kind to everyone. So that, that includes you, that includes me, that includes, your favorite maybe celebrity or like actor or singer or it could be anyone, like any person or anyone really. Luigi will be or is kind to, or kindness Luigi is kind to. We can see here that he, he's even being nice to some butterflies. I think they're butterflies at least. He's being nice to the butterflies, or he's at least standing near them. It's not clear that he's being nice, but I would assume he is, just because that's sort of kindness Luigi's defining character trait so far in the song. So he's being nice to the butterflies to show that he's nice to everyone, not just humans or like mammals or humans. He's nice to all sorts of animals and insects in the animal or insect kingdom, or both of them, any of them.
He likes butterflies.
Yeah, that we learned that he likes butterflies. So probably confirms he is being kind to them. And liking butterflies is sort of thought of as sort of a nice, positive, cute trait. It's also sort of sometimes associated with femininity. Same with apricot color he's wearing, which shows that kindness Luigi is basically like not gender or like not afraid of like dressing outside of his gender, or not afraid of being associated with femininity. Femininity itself sometimes being associated with kindness, but if you're kind, and if you're kindness Luigi, it doesn't matter to him. It's all one, or not all the same, but like it's all like you can be nice to everyone or kind to everyone, and you can act however you like, as long as you're being kind. Again, he's flying through a rainbow here. Rainbow is a color or like multiple colors that sort of are associated with a particular group of people who aren't known for being kind in recent comment sections, but kindness Luigi is flying through the rainbow to show that he's being kind to them anyway, in hope that they will one day learn to be kind to me, or to anyone, or just kinder in general to groups of people, or like any sort of people. And so he's flying through the rainbow to show that he is kind to people that are associated with the rainbow, and also just everyone.
Kindness, Luigi, kindness. Kindness, Luigi, kindness. Kindness, Luigi, kindness.
And so here, now coming towards the end of the song, we see that Luigi is on top of the, basically in Mario 64, the main hub world, or like area that you run around in, or the hub, is the castle, and also like an outside bit around the castle. And so normally you can't get on top of the castle unless you're like a speed runner, which is basically people who like try to beat the game like really fast, or like faster than other people, or like faster than everyone. But then normally you can't get on top of the castle. But kindness Luigi appears to have done it because he is so great and kind, and kindness has taken him not just on top of the castle, but to the very top of the top spire, to show that he's reached, his kindness has reached the peak that it possibly could be, and shows him sort of an aspirational figure for us to aim high, to reach his level, not literally like high, like it doesn't want us to go sort of upwards to the top of the castle, but it suggests that we should travel upwards in terms of how kind we are, and sort of heighten our kindness so we can reach the same level as kindness Luigi. He's not, well, he's technically, he could be higher if he was on top of the top spire here, but obviously that would be impossible and not very practical, so he's effectively reached the highest. Or maybe this could show that even though he's reached what seems to be the peak, there's always room to go higher and be kinder, and even he will never stop striving to be kind, and will continue to try and be more kind, which you should also try to be, according to the song, not me. I'm not in a position to tell you anything. Okay, let's continue playing.
Kindness, Luigi, kindness.
And in this scene, he's doing a long jump again, which I explained before, basically longer jumps. But he's doing it backwards. Normally you go forwards in a long jump, but he's going backwards, and this is just done to show that basically the way you're supposed to do this is that what you're supposed to do here is go up the staircase forwards and use all the stars you have to unlock the door that's behind him. But Luigi's going backwards, and it appears he's going to hit the door. So that's just to show that Luigi can still make mistakes. Kindness Luigi can still make mistakes, and sometimes, you know, he screws up and he doesn't always do the correct thing. But that's a part of learning and growing, and a kind person will forgive someone who messes up sometimes and makes a few mistakes, because that's really just part of learning and growing.
Kindness Luigi.
Kindness Luigi appears to be sort of trapped outside of the map here. Not really sure what's going on here. Maybe it could show you like Kindness Luigi's kindness, or being kind, or niceness basically expands the bounds of or like goes past, or like when something goes past or isn't constrained by the bounds of the usual area or places that we're stuck inside. So that's basically what he's trying to show here. And so you might have heard the end on sort of this gong noise, and you see this, or not gong, but like a clock, like a grandfather clock, or it could be a grandmother, any sort of clock, but with the pendulum that swings and it makes a noise, and it goes like it makes that sort of noise. So and that's just to represent time, and it shows that Endless Luigi is kind no matter what time it is. In this level it appears to be 5:30, or maybe 5:50 or 5:35, or somewhere around that time period, or any time before that or after that. So this is showing that no matter what time it is, Kindness Luigi is kind, not time. So yeah, that was a pretty good video, I have to say. One thing that I like most about is the use of all of the metaphors, visual and not visual, like audio or like sound metaphors from the song itself. So a lot of good stuff there. Like the transformation of Luigi and the Kindness Luigi, that's pretty unexpected, and the song itself also good. Again, the song apparently is written by I can't find it. Written by Melancholy Hill. Haven't heard of them, but you know, I think this person's done a pretty good job transforming it. I don't know if they might have redone the music or not. I'm not really sure. But basically, yeah, so that's Kindness Luigi, and he's a Luigi that's kind. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go down, and I'll leave a link to the original song in the description, which is some, I think, up or maybe down, probably, or one of those directions. And I'll leave a link to that, and I'll leave a link to my teleporting frat guy video that you can watch on this channel. So if you just click on the channel and basically click on video, or like you'll find it. It'll be in the description, and it might be on the recommended bar. But if it's not, don't go there and click on the video unless you've already seen it. I'm gonna have some merchandise pretty soon, you know. So if you guys want to buy a shirt or something, I'll put my email address on screen here. Just email me and then tell me you want to buy a shirt. I'll tell you my address, and you can mail money to me, and I will send you a shirt once I've figured out a design for the shirt and found someone to make them, and I've bought the shirts, and then I'll receive them and ship them out. But I've written down, or I will write down, all the envelopes or bills that I receive. And so yeah, I've got some really cool videos coming up soon. Next week I'm planning on doing a reaction video, although sort of similar to this, a reaction video on Brennan Floss's World of Light with lyrics. That'll be a really good video. So yeah, basically, so yeah, let me know what you thought, and if you enjoyed this video, that's really fucking sad.